Hello, I'm Dim, and today we're going to make a 3D map of the Gulf of Mexico. But here's the question. Soon, it might not even be called that. Will it remain the Gulf of Mexico, or will it become the American Gulf? I don't know, and it doesn't depend on me. But I make the design so that the name can be easily changed. So let's dive into the project. I will try to present the whole process, from preparing the files, laser cutting, processing the material, painting and gluing, to the complete finished product. I use several options for creating my map files. One is QGIS program, and the other is online application lasermapmaker.com. Each of them has its pros and cons. QGIS is a much more complex program and requires a lot of learning, and for the moment I haven't found a way to extract bathymetry data. On the other hand, it allows quite custom things. Lasermapmaker.com is much more user-friendly and already has bathymetric data. I usually start by opening Google Maps and orienting myself on the map and choosing the area it will cover. Okay, now I'm opening QGIS. I go to the web, Quick Map Services, and choose OSM Standard as the base layer. Once the map loads, I zoom into the area I want to work on. I usually go for a slightly larger scale than needed. This gives me more room to adjust things later. Then I open the Quick OSM plugin. It's located right here. I select Canvas Extend, which means the plugin will put data only from the part of the map I'm currently looking at. In this project, I wanted to extract just the land or just the water, but it's turned out a bit tricky. In the end, I use a tag with key natural and value coastline to get the coastline. One suggestion: under the Advanced tab, make sure to uncheck points. It's make the data cleaner. Sometimes I manage to extract only the water area, but in this case it didn't quite work. So for this project, Laser Map Maker turned out to be better and faster solution. You can find a link to Laser Map Maker down in the description below. Now I'm moving on to extracting the roads. You can see the thumbnail of one of my older videos on the screen. There I explain the process in more detail. Now I want to extract the names of the cities in the area. I'm doing this using the Quick OSM plugin again. In the key field I type place, and for value I try city, town, or in this particular case country. It depends on what kind of location I want to extract. As you can see, points have appeared at the locations of different countries. I open the layer properties by clicking on it. Then I go to symbology and set the size of the points to 0, because I don't actually want the points to be visible. There is probably another way to do this, but this is the method I know and this works for me. Next, I go to the Labels tab and choose Single Labels. This way the country names will appear on the map instead of the dots. In the label field, you'll see a drop-down menu with a long list of available options. It can be a bit confusing, but in this case the one that worked for me was Name. That's the field where the country names are stored. Now I click on the layer again to go back to the layer properties to adjust the label style. Under the Labels tab, I go to the text and set the font size and color, just to make the names a bit more readable. Now I switch to the layer where I extracted the city names using place as the key and city as the value. As you can see, there are a lot of labels, and many of them are sitting right on the top of the water area. So I need to find a way to remove or filter out the cities that fall inside the water. Now I export the file as a PDF and switch over to Adobe Illustrator. From this point on, I'll speed things up a bit, because honestly, I'll struggle with this part. I usually prefer working in CorelDRAW, but when it comes to maps, there are some Illustrator plugins that are really useful, so I kind of have to use it. It's not my favorite tool, but it gets the job done. Now I'm opening lasermapmaker.com, where I'll extract either the water area or the land area. One of the great things here is that you can use your previous projects as templates and easily generate new maps from them. You can simply change the location and scale and almost instantly generate new files. In this case, I'm starting a new project using a blank template. Here's what the interface looks like. I enable the satellite overlay to better see the map details. Then I choose the desired location, scale and proportions. Once I'm satisfied with the view, I go to the top left and click Create New Layer. Then I check the following options: water fill, ocean shelf bathymetry, water outlines, water pathways. And here is the result. I changed the outline color so I can easily select it later in editing. After filling the water area with color, I move on to exporting the files. I choose SVG file, confirm the export, and wait a few seconds for the files to be generated. It's ready. I download the SVG file. Then I import the file into CorelDRAW, ungroup the objects, and begin some final adjustments. Here's the final version of the file, all cleaned up and ready. You can really see the different map layers coming together here. And this is the finished piece. I'll walk through the actual making of it in the next video.